Welcome to Visualizing Data for Libraries. This tutorial covers creating a dashboard. At the most basic level, creating a dashboard is as easy as clicking on the new dashboard grid icon from the bottom tabs and dragging the worksheets you already created to the right pane. Next, ensure that when a data point is clicked on one chart, it is highlighted on the other charts. Note that this only works for fields which are common to each chart. To enable this synchronization, from the toolbar at the top, click on the highlighter icon. Select all fields. As you can see, corrections to this quick and easy dashboard are needed to make it visually sound. This applies not just to the layout, but also to the consistency of visual cues between the worksheets on the dashboard. Let's start by addressing the basic layout so you can see those visual cues. In the dashboard pane, click on the drop-down below Size. Click the drop-down arrow to the right of Fixed and select Automatic. This allows Tableau to resize to match the screen size. To give us greater flexibility over the position of objects on the dashboard, click on the floating button at the bottom of the dashboard pane under Objects. This will let us independently resize objects and move them out of the fixed grid. Before we start refining the formatting, consider whether all the worksheets should be included on the dashboard. To be included, a chart should be clear to understand within the context of the dashboard. In this example, try clicking on a point in the scatter chart for 2011. The corresponding data points are highlighted in the line chart, but not the map. Now click on the bottom line of the line chart at 2013. As you can see, the scatter chart does not advance to the same year to highlight the corresponding points. At a glance, it seems like the scatter chart has no corresponding data points, which could confuse the viewer. This can be corrected for the map by adding year to the page shelf, but the line chart specifically shows change over time and cannot be so easily corrected. As it stands, this disconnect undermines the ease and efficiency of reading the visualization, so remove the line chart from the dashboard. To do this, click on the line chart, and then click on the X at the top left corner. Now consider the scatter chart. The size of the circles draws the attention, shifting it to the collection size they represent and away from salary. The pie charts themselves, with all the information they display, overload the dashboard. Also, the same colors are used in the pie chart as in the map, but they mean different things, which can further confuse the viewer. To be the most efficient and easiest to understand, size and color, two primary visual cues, should be consistent between charts so viewers don't have to remember different associations for the same visual cue. Anything more involved should be developed through a story, building from easy to hard to train the viewers. Story creation is, however, beyond the scope of this tutorial. To implement this strategy, let's duplicate the existing scatter chart and modify it. Right-click the scatter chart at the bottom and select Duplicate. Rename the new worksheet to clarify that it is the one with pie charts. Click on the original worksheet tab. First, change the marks to circle. Next, we'll remove the collection type color marks field and the collection size, type specific as opposed to total collection, detail marks field. To do this, right-click on the field and choose Remove. Drag legal basis to the color marks box. Then swap the collection size and salary fields by dragging them from their shelves to each other's shelves. As you can see, the range of the collection size is too vast for a linear axis scale. So change the x-axis to a logarithmic scale. We can see behind the dialog box that a good deal of white space now precedes our data points. So let's uncheck Include 0 and X out. Now we'll need to remove the extra trend lines so only that poor year shows. In this case, we'll also need to set the model type to Power and OK out. A few things need to be cleaned up. Edit the axis title. Edit the chart title. Edit the legend title. Review the tooltip and edit it to remove unnecessary aggregate terms. And to rearrange fields in order of importance. OK out and double check the tooltip. Everything looks good. Let's take a look at our dashboard again. We're nearly there, but our sizes don't yet align. Before they can, we need to page the years as mentioned previously. Click on the Map Worksheet tab. Drag year to the Pages shelf. Look at the dashboard again. The sizes still need to be adjusted to match each other. This is a bit tricky because Tableau does not provide a means to set sizes precisely. We'll start by deciding to use the map sizes, as the scatter chart sizes would be too large for the map. Switch to the map worksheet and grab a piece of paper and a soft tip marker. Go to Edit Sizes from the Size Legend and hold the paper up to your screen so that the edge aligns with the left border of the dialog box. Make a mark at the edge of the paper where the inner border of the right slider is. Cancel out. Switch to the scatter chart. Go to Edit Sizes from the Size Legend. And hold the paper up to your screen so that the edge aligns with the left border of the dialog box. Adjust the slider so the inner border is directly above the mark on the paper. OK out. Switch to the dashboard to test the sizes. But first advance the pages once to sync the years. Then click on a data point in the map. As you can see, one data point in the map corresponds with multiple data points in the scatter chart. This is because the map only uses zip code for detail, whereas the scatter chart uses library. Return to the map worksheet and add library to the detail mark box. Return to the dashboard and test again. If you need to clear your selection, you can generally do this by clicking on an axis. Our dashboard now uses visual cues consistently. So let's move on to the finer details of the layout. The map actually needs less space than it is taking. Additionally, the chart titles use extra space unnecessarily to repeat information like the coverage of salary data. Let's start by removing the chart titles and plan on adding a dashboard title to provide overall information and captions to note chart-specific descriptions. Right-click a chart title, select Hide Title. Now, resize the map to eliminate the wasted space on either side and then reposition it. First, make sure you have the map selected. In the left pane, click on the Layout tab. Check the box next to Floating. Under Position, set X equal to 920 and Y to 110. Under Size, set the width to 590 and height to 500. Let's also delineate our objects. Click the arrow to the right of Border, select the solid line, and change its color to a light gray, which won't draw the eye but will still lend a subtle border. Repeat the steps for the scatter chart and legends. I will set the scatter chart position to 0 for X and 110 for Y, and its size to 910 and 500. Apply the border and move on to the year legend. Then the salary legend. Then the color legend. The columns for the color legend need to be adjusted with a shorter size. Hover the cursor to the left of the third column until a double-sided arrow and a dashed line appear. Drag the arrow until the full text of each library basis shows. Regrettably, Tableau does not allow each column to be independently sized. The size you select applies to every column. Let's get the borders on the legends I missed. And we now have room for dashboard title. Click on Dashboard on the menu bar, select Show Title. Right-click on the title, choose Edit Title. Edit the title just as you did for chart titles. And OK out. To add the chart captions, click on a chart, and from the arrow in the top corner, which may be on either the right or left side, click on Caption. The caption by default is quite verbose. Make it succinct by right-clicking on it and selecting Edit Caption. Modify the caption as you would a chart title. Unfortunately, Tableau does not facilitate the inclusion of the currently viewed year in the dashboard title, so we'll include it in the captions. Click on the Insert dropdown and choose Page Name. OK out. Now the map caption is too stark and draws too much attention. Fix this by right-clicking on the caption and selecting Format Caption. From the Format Title and Caption pane, which appears to the left, under Caption, choose a light gray from the shading dropdown. X out. While the map is still selected, click on Background from the Layout pane on the left and select the same light gray. You now have a dashboard. Give it a whirl.